Hey, Commanders. Welcome to Van or Astrovan. This is episode 31, and we are launching to Plankerton. Commonly called Launch the Rocket, because the mission, if you see it without a quest associated, is called Launch the Rocket. There's only one spot in Stonewood where you can launch the rocket, and there it is. So launch the rocket mission in the city. This episode had a lot of technical difficulties, so you'll notice I'm using my other account, my Metal Team Leader tutorial account, and this is a voiceover. It's not live recorded. Metal Team Leader did not have any live recorded videos, and we lost the footage. What happened was halfway through the launch of the rocket for my other tutorial account, the disk got full, and I didn't notice because I was looking at the game monitor, not the computer monitor, and so we lost a good chunk of that mission. This went really long because I was not counting on using it as a tutorial mission, so I have cut it up and makes it a little bit choppy, but you will see preparations for the defense and then all three defenses. And Launch the Rocket is a lot like Ride the Lightning, except there are three defenses. And I'm doing my usual thing with the basement, which is chopping away everything so that we have an obstacle for husks that they have to go around. And I'll throw up some wall launchers, see if we can't catch a few, but that's not really the point. The point is to limit where they can come from. And of course we have company. Alright. Now, as I've said before, the thing to remember with a basement is you gotta get rid of the stairs. If they have a route back out, they will take it. So we're gonna take this entire building down and take the stairs out, and that will put us in our happy place. You hear that survivor screaming for help? I will go rescue her, and as soon as you can see me exposing the pit, I will probably skip ahead so that we can get on with the defense, or with building the defense. All sorts of noises going on here. Alright. And as I said, we'll throw some wall launchers in, see if we can't catch a few husks. But it's unlikely based on where the spawn is. Don't try this at home. It's unlikely based on where the spawn is, but we might get a couple thrown in there, so it's worth doing. There's always that one husk that wants to go in an unplanned direction. And one thing about the rocket, it's huge, and you do want to cover all of it. The reason being that lobbers and pointers can make a mess of it if you don't. If you leave parts of it exposed, they will hit it, and that'll cause damage. Okay, there's an alley we need to be aware of. The spawn right now isn't anywhere near the alley, so we'll be okay. Just cleaning up that wall. Let's put some wall launchers here. Wall launchers and floor spikes. Use the wall launchers to shove them into the pit. Use the floor spikes to keep them in front of the wall launchers while the wall launchers reset. Now our wall launchers are pretty weak, but it's what we have, so we'll go with it. Now these husks are going to be power level 15, and our wall launcher is only power level 7.
I'll take it.
But I don't expect them to see high use, so that's okay. Cover spikes again to slow them in front of the wall launchers if they come this way. And then wall launchers. I admit it'd be cool to see some husks fly into the pit, but you know, they don't have to. Clean some stuff up here quick so that we have materials for other traps. I don't use a lot of wall spikes, I've said that before, so we'll go ahead and recycle those. Planks are one of the things you run out of for traps pretty quickly, so now we have it. Let's put some sealing gas traps here too. And a zapper. Alright. Now you see the spawns are all over here. Let's put a sound wall there. As soon as we get away from this pile of metal. There we go. Alright. There's a lot of open space over here, but there's no spawns here this time, so we're okay with that. Clean up the basement here. Again, being aware you have another basement to use if you need it. Alright. I hear husks somewhere. So we don't need to do much here yet because there are no spawns here. But a little bit of trapping won't hurt because it is such an obvious and open straight path. Like that, yeah. There's another one hiding in there. Right. Now they are going to come this way. So we should do something about that. This gets a little bit messy because I didn't spend enough time thinking about it. Remember, this was only my second time doing this particular quest type. But messy is okay as long as you can do the defense. You might ask, well, why are you building in brick when you have metal? You can build in metal? I did not. And honestly, I did some pieces later, but honestly, you don't need metal in stonewood. It's nice, but you don't need it, so picking up some stone here. I see they're going to have another route here, so I'm going to have to do something about that. There's always that one guy, isn't there? Not possible. Still building is why it won't let me strengthen it or repair it. If I seem indecisive here, it's because I was a little bit. I was trying to figure out what the heck to do. I hate it when that happens. You know what I hate even more? In a second here, you'll see me launch myself with anti-material charge right into the pit. Okay, so I want to put stairs up there, so I put in an archway, which won't there. I launched myself into the pit. The stairs won't, or the arch won't stop the husks from moving, but it gives me something to tie stairs to. And I'll show you what I'm doing here in a sec. Alright, there I was able to repair that wall now. Alright, so we put stairs up here. And we drop a floor launcher. Now hit the husks, shoot them up, they'll hit that, and they'll bounce right into the hole. We won't get many that way, but, you know, every little bit helps. And we might get to see husks sailing into the hole. Now this gets a little weird because they're going to come this way if they can, and right now the pit won't let them, but we don't want to leave it open for them to beat on the side walls, so you can see me thinking as I go here again. And I do come to the right conclusion on this part, or at least a conclusion I'm happy with. Alright, well, 2 more wall launchers to shoot them toward the pit. And this into an arch, and that should solve the problem. Or take it out completely. Alright. So, quick reminder, wall darts have a range and a triggering of 3. So if you get more than one square, it's a good place to use wall darts. If you only have one square, it's a good place to use wall zappers. See if we can't catch a few propanes there if they come. Here we're going to want wall darts because it can shoot right along this tunnel. And here we'll put wall darts because we can get 2. Oh no, we'll put a zapper here, wall darts there. I'm trying to conserve a little bit. There are 3 waves after all. And I begin to tell you how much I love that patrols show up right on your objective while you're trying to build defenses. I get it, it's RNG, but it's not great RNG. So they're going to come in one of those 2 holes or the other side of the pit. All of the above work just fine for me. And we do need to block off back there, and I don't know if we remember to or not. I want to build a little bit of defense here, I don't want to go crazy. But somebody will wander around that way. For being weak trap, I sure am doing a lot of those. Now I'll be honest, if you're doing this upright, you're going to want to wall off inside the building too, or they'll just break through the building's walls and do their thing.
This got popular.
Make ourselves a bunch of ceiling gas traps.
Bad news, Husks.
And more floor spikes. And more ceiling or wall dynamos. Alright. So don't ask why I got carried away on this alley. There are no spawns over here right now, so I'm not sure what I was thinking. But I did get carried away on it. It's been long enough, I don't remember why. So don't make my mistake. Pay attention to where the spawns are and trap in that direction mostly. Tunnels in other directions are great if you want to, but trap to the spawn. At least didn't launch the rocket. There are several that you can do that with. I mean, this would be a great trap setup, except that I don't think a whole lot comes through here the entire defense. And that's a lot of wasted traps for nobody coming this way. Alright.
Let's see.
This is just to block things off a bit. Now if I had done this type of thing all the way around, I don't have a trap making materials to do it all the way around, but if I had, it would be understandable, but I didn't. And I left this in because, you know, wanted you guys to remember that you're not the only one that sometimes gets carried away or ignores something important. We all do, at one time or another. You learn from it, right? Okay. So I have no ceiling traps here, and I should do something about that. You'll notice I did not yet block off the end of that, which is going to be a problem. Again, carried away. See that straight ahead? That's open to the spawn. And if you leave a spot open to the spawn, the husks are going to find it. It's that easy. So in case you're wondering why I'm doing metal, different elemental husks have different strengths, and this is not a specific element, so we're likely to see all types of elemental husks, or none. So all I'm doing is mixing up the material that they have to work through. You really do have to work your way up this thing. It's massive. I mean, this is the third tier here. There's the fourth. And the rocket still sticks out the top. And again, we are covering it so that lobbers and flingers don't eat us for lunch. And we'll put some protection down. There we go. One in each corner. Okay, I skipped ahead to the start. You'll notice I put something on that end at least, and I did block it off with metal.
Bonus now active. Keep rocket health above 50%.
But as you see, I missed something because here they come, unfettered. Used up my RPG, which is unfortunate. There we go. How I missed that, we'll never know, but I did. Oh, I remember I built them a ramp up and figured they'd use that, and they did not. Now this is where not upgrading can bite you, because these walls are weak in comparison to what we could have. Alright, so I'm going down there to see what they're doing. This is dangerous, be careful when you do it. But yeah, there's a crowd down there beating on my block off. And it bothers me because there's stairs up right there. So I think what I'll do is lure these guys up the stairs. See if I can't get them to go into the regular trap tunnel. No, I can't. Most of them anyway. So my trap tunnels are really not terribly useful. Which makes this a stall game, right? How long can I hold them off? I got Teddy down. He'll clear that up in there. So Teddy was blocking me, so I went around on here.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. Even though this was a terrible defense and I left that ramp wide open, we're going to pull it out with no damage to the rocket, which is the goal. Or should be the goal, right? I mean, she said above 50%, but no damage is better.
Bonus success.
Excellent.
Stage
That was
2
close
success.
though, closer than I like. Alright, so then we jump to the next stage.
Here we
I have
go.
rebuilt that so
Prepare
that
for launch.
there's a tire drop trap over the ramp. I'm all ready, and guess what I didn't check?
Bonus now active. Keep
Suddenly,
rocket health above
there's husks
75%.
coming behind us, where there are no walls or trap tiles. And we'll get to that in a second. I am burning through weapons here. Look at that, wide open. And I got nothing there. And the spawn is there, but it didn't show up on my mini-map that I noticed. So it probably did show up on my mini-map, I just didn't notice it in between waves. So now we have a mess to clean up. My defender's pretty good, and I gave him a turret because I need to go check the other side. Put a couple walls here to kind of route him. And for now, that's going to have to be it. We can't build trap tunnels while they're running into them. You can, it's really tough because you're constantly getting knocked around. Right.
Hey, help me out!
Yeah, I'm helping you out.
Enemies down!
Alright, we need to check this in, because even though we improved it, it's not perfect. It seems to be doing its job. Alright. And nobody's making it up here either. Alright, good stuff. Now, this open area we do have to worry about. Oh, they took out my defender. Alright, Teddy, clean house while I save the defender. Alright. We have a minute left. That's a long time to fight a running open battle with just you and one defender. But we're getting on it. I hear a smasher. Yep. Can't take the tunnel like everybody else. Oh, we gotta bust through walls. Alright, he's dead. Not sure why the smasher did that, but he did that. Alright. Back to helping the boy. 30 seconds. Alright, that we can do with a Teddy to help us. Alright.
Heads up, people.
Launch in 3, 2, 1, lift off!
Alright, and there we go.
Bonus success.
Off to Plankerton.
Perfection.
That's going to be it. Thank you for watching. We're not going to do rewards because they're not great. Like and subscribe if you got anything out of this, and thank you for watching. Mr. Mean Raindrop, gone.